What's really good, nigga? Y'all already know I just had to get that Casey Neistat sunrise. Just call me nigga Neistat. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't make that a thing. Damn, y'all gonna make that a thing. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, John Cannon. And today is the day that I take everybody through a full guide of how to count macros. I can't tell you how many times throughout this last week and a half, ever since I said, hey, I'm a macro coach and it costs this much for me to be your coach, poke, moke, floke, low, that everybody was like, bruh, I would, but I don't really know how to count macros. Do y'all not know how to count macros? The fuck? And so right now my only real goal in life is to get rich and act like I don't know nobody. So I figure if I can make more money from y'all from coaching, I could spend more money on my equipment and shit for this channel so that sponsors want to sponsor me so I could just sell out faster. Ain't that what you're supposed to do on YouTube? I'm gonna go to the Olympia next year. I'm gonna be sponsored with somebody. They're gonna be like, John, I subscribed to you in the beginning. You remember me? My nigga, I'm gonna be like, I don't know you. Today, I'm taking you through the 3 main steps and the 3 things that you're going to have to do to count macros effectively. Counting macros is the easiest shit ever. And counting macros, I feel like, will be the solution to American obesity. If everybody just watch this video, share it to all your niggas, and then we gonna be the fittest country in the world. We ain't even gonna have to drop nukes. We just gonna have to go over there and be like, square up, nigga, drop another bomb, see what the fuck happened. And they gonna be scared because we gonna be swole. Number 1 is gonna be the tools that you're gonna need. These tools are gonna be really fucking cheap. It's gonna be real cool. It ain't gonna be nothing. And that's gonna be some scales, so I'm gonna take y'all out there and I'm gonna show y'all. Round 2, motherfuckers. A food scale. Now, you can have a food scale from Walmart. This food scale costs $18, and this is the best one that I have found so far. I bought this one because I saw Christian Guzman with it and it looked cool, so I wanted to be rich with a Lamborghini, but it ain't make me that, so. Okay. Now I know that may sound a little intimidating, y'all like, ain't nobody about to drop $20 on a food scale. Well, if you trying to get shredded, you trying to get lean without eating beans, this is what you gotta do. Listen, I was trying to rhyme. Look, get a food scale. I'm back home, I got this one. This is shit, do not buy this. This is durable than a bitch. You ain't never gotta put batteries. I mean, how long have we had this? Years. You ain't had to put batteries on this thing that been dropped, knocked around. For $18, and when I got it, it was like $12 to be honest. But really simple, and there's only a few instances where you will actually need a food scale. Later, I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all about barcodes and scanning things into MyFitnessPal. But for right now, you need a food scale for things like Jif peanut butter, oats. You know what I'm saying? If bodybuilder shit, even for your cereal, things that have a serving size that aren't prepackaged. So for example, this Star Crunch, this box of Star Crunch, right? I want to say, okay, I want 1 serving of this. 1 serving of this is 1 cookie, meaning 1 of these in here. I can grab 1 and I automatically know the macros to that 1. But if I grab these Quaker Oats, for example, and I say, okay, 1 serving has 27 carbs. I need 27 carbs to finish off my macros today. What am I gonna do? The serving size is half of a dry cup. You could just have a half a cup scooper. Next to half of a dry cup says 40 grams. So you grab your bowl, you grab your scale, and you sit your bowl on top of your scale. while the scale is off. Then you hit the on button, and the scale should not register the bowl at all. It should be at 0. So my scale usually starts on ounces. So what I do is I hit unit, 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 and it takes me to grams. All right. Then I take the Quaker oats and I pour in 40 grams, just like it says for one serving on the nutrition facts. One serving is 40 grams, which is 3 grams of fat, 27 carbs, and 5 grams of protein. And then on MyFitnessPal, I'll take my FitnessPal app, scan the barcode, scan the barcode, put it in as one serving, and when I'm done with that, boom, that's it. That's all you have to worry about, and you've logged your oats for the day. You can pretty much replicate that with every single thing. Okay, y'all, so I went to the store today. Anyway, I went to the store today and I shopped for the next 2 weeks. I have a bunch of protein left in there. But at the grocery store, I got 3 pounds of 93.7 ground turkey. I got a pound of chuck tender steak, really good macros. I got 2 pounds of top sirloin steak, delicious meat, not too good of macros. I got thin sliced chicken breast, 2 pounds of that, and I got a huge thing of chicken thigh. And I'm gonna show you how to weigh your meat, specifically your chicken thigh, okay? Because chicken thigh is fatty, but not like as fatty as like a really, really delicious steak. So it's one of those meats that's right in the middle, and I'm gonna show y'all how to weigh that. Starters, I never weigh my meat before I cook it, simply because when you cook it, especially something like chicken thigh, when you cook it, you have all that grease at the bottom of the pan, you have water coming out of it. It weighs significantly less after you cook it. So for example, say that you weigh your chicken thigh raw, because I'm not gonna cook this, just you know, for the purposes of the video. Say you weigh it raw and it weighs a pound raw. You're about to cook a pound of raw meat. When you get done cooking it, it may be 13 to 14 ounces. It may even be 12 ounces. Meat loses a lot of water, like it just loses water when you cook it. So I don't have a problem with anybody who does either way. It really doesn't matter as long as you do one consistently. Don't one day weigh it cooked and then the next day weigh it raw. The only reason I'm weighing it raw today is to show y'all how to weigh it, and because I'm not about to eat it right now. So, same thing you did with the oatmeal. You're gonna take a bowl, sit it on top of your scale. You're gonna take your meat, sit it in there, right? I'm not gonna take it out the bag or any of that, okay? This is 15.9 ounces. This is a pound, 16 ounces, right? So then you would take your MyFitnessPal, scan the barcode on the chicken breast packet, or just on the chicken thigh packet, or just look up chicken thigh. So many are gonna pop up, and then just pick that, right? After you choose that on the, after you choose it on the chicken thigh, you can input how much that chicken thigh weigh, how much of that chicken thigh that you cooked or that you are going to cook or whatever, and just hit enter and boom, hit the check, boom, you're in there. That is the easiest shit. I don't know how much easier it can get, and that goes for everything without a barcode. If it doesn't have a barcode, then it's just you weigh it and you input it. If it does have a barcode, fucking scan that shit. Now if it has a barcode and it's something that's not pre-packaged, of course you still have to weigh it, but you can scan it and then know what one serving is, weigh it, and then just hit the check mark. Really easy shit. That is how you count macros. That is the first thing that you guys need to know out of all of this. that you need a scale, how to use the scale, we just went over all that, and that you need MyFitnessPal. That was the second one. That was the sub-second of the first point. Now, let's get to the second point. You need a basic knowledge of what macronutrients are in what. So, what I mean by that is that if you look at this, right, you should go, oh, that is straight fat. This is olive oil. That's straight fat. You need a basic knowledge. You need to know something like lettuce. If it's not like a huge tub of it, you shouldn't even really be counting it. You should know that this whey is protein. It's very simple. You should know that Jif peanut butter, just regular peanut butter, is very high in fat, but it also has carbs and protein. It's a complete source. You know, personal training is a scam, but you don't remember none of that shit. You need to know that cereal is usually just carbs. You need to know that in every egg you're gonna get a good amount of fat and some good protein. You need to know that paste picante sauce or salsa in general has little to no calories. Every 2 tablespoons is 10 calories. I don't count shit like this when I put it on my chicken. You need to know that Greek yogurt is high in protein but can also be high in carbs. It never has fat, you know what I'm saying? So this Greek yogurt, 13 carbs, 18 protein. So don't be thinking that you can just eat Greek yogurt and it's straight protein. You done fucked up your macros. You also need to know that almond breeze milk is damn near negligible depending on what flavor that you get. See, now that I'm not necessarily going ham anymore, I get the delicious kind, the 80 calorie kind, 2.5 grams of fat, 14 grams of protein, 1 gram of carb. Usually, I get this kind, 30 calories. It's 2.5 grams of fat, less than 1 carb, and 1 gram of protein. You need to know what is in your food, okay? You need to know that Hungry Jack pancakes is straight carbs when you make it, okay? And the reason I went through all that shit is to say that you won't always, macros isn't supposed to be something that's like just weighing the fuck down on you. Just, oh my God, balls to the wall all the time. You may as well just go full blown eating clean if you're gonna track macros like that. For the most part, macros are for people who are not competing. Macros are for people who are just like, I need to get lean or I need to watch what the fuck is going into my body. Macros is the #1 way to track what's going into you. It's so easy, it's so fast, but you don't need to be like on it. Sometimes you can eat and then go back and be like, oh shit, I didn't track my macros. And you should know in your head about where you are. So for example, say I want a meal with 30 grams of protein, 30 grams of carbs, and 10 grams of fat. My go-to meal for that right there, I'm like, okay, let me get like 6 ounces of chicken, maybe a cup of rice, and sprinkle some olive oil over it. Right there, that was off the top of my dome. Let me do the macros for that. My girlfriend here. 6 ounces of chicken breast. Matter of fact, let's go 6 ounces of chicken, 7 ounces of chicken thigh. Let's do chicken thigh for the fat. 7 ounces of chicken thigh is 14 fat, 38 grams of protein. Okay, 1 cup of, let's just say, white rice is 40 grams of carbs. So you see, I was kind of in the ballpark. And when you're counting macros all the time, trust me, you're gonna get so good, you're gonna be able to see what 10 ounces of chicken looks like. I'm telling you, it's gonna be so cool and just like, it's gonna flow, and that is what macros is. So let's go ahead and move on to the third. And the last thing you will need to know is some more knowledge. And that's basically how your body reacts to the macros that you're gonna put yourself on. This is why people usually get macro coaches. Go ahead and hit that email up right there. Because for example, say you put yourself on 300 carbs. 300 carbs, 200 protein, 55 fat or some shit like that, right? And you're like, I'm about to cut, and then you gain 5 pounds in a month. You be like, what the fuck? Well, nigga, you got too many calories. You know what I'm saying? I know how to do that, so go on. hire your boy. I was trying to think of a way to end this clip, but I really don't know. We don't know how. That's how. You just cut to a black screen. But fuck all the macros, niggas. All y'all need to do is remember 3 things and y'all gonna be alright. That's if you train good, eat good, and sleep good, then that's a good ass life. Bye!
Very well. Mistake me for somebody else. Don't you seem
Too many talking. Told your ass to get to walking.
I think y'all better leave this place. 'Cause I'm about to catch.